here we are inside of Descript, and what we are doing right now is editing an audio file to make it a video podcast. Now, you can also think about this in terms of creating faceless YouTube videos, which is very popular at the moment. But what I'm going to show you step by step is how you can edit a podcast or an audio recording and turn it into a video that you can put on YouTube. So we're going to go through things like the AI tools, we're going to look at layering and also layouts, which is really important, along with lots of different tips and tricks. If you want a full overview of Descript and to learn what kind of tools I'm using on YouTube at the moment, then go to the description. All I've done so far is upload the audio file, and I recorded this on my laptop. Now, if we go over to AI tools, I always go studio sound, turn this on. This is going to take any type of audio and make it studio quality. Whether it is close to that or not, you can decide, but I like it. I think it's good enough at the moment. So before we go into the background and everything else, we're just going to go over to AI tools and remove filler words. Only 3 in this one, and it is a 24-minute video. So we're going to find all filler words, go down. So now we have finished that. We'll come back to AI tools actually and do things like editing for clarity, also removing retakes, because I have a few of these in here. But first, we're going to just look at making this a better background. Now, I have different types of layouts for this already saved. And this is a key part of Descript, being able to save your layout so that you can easily introduce these into your video. So if I go to change layout pack, I have private, I have one to fluency and one for my YouTube channel here. So I'm just going to go to fluency because it's a video for this. So I have things like me on screen. Now, in this case, it's just going to be whatever video you've recorded. But this one doesn't have a video, so we're going to have some types of elements on there. Now, what I like to do is go to the beginning and do intro for the beginning and just import that in there straight away. And then if I go down here, I like to add in another scene on the left. And all you need to do that is press backslash and it brings in this layout. And for this one, I'm just going to say me on screen. So what this one did automatically was it brought in, if you press play, it brought in talking about AI naturally, English phrases and practice. And as you can see, it's done something that called smart fill, where it is automatically added the text based on the text in the transcripts. And this is the power of using transcript-based editing. Now, I'm just going to dig into this a little bit more to show you how you can add different layers to it. If we go to layers, we can see it has title, subtitle, and this background. So if we click on each of these elements, it brings up the properties for the elements. So things we need to do for some of the video type backgrounds is put them on loop. And I found this simply going to the stock folder here. But if we go back, we can see title as well. And this is something we can change. So I'm just going to change this to Learn English Naturally AI. And then because that's too big, I'm just going to bring the text size down to like 86. That should do it. And then I just changed the subtitle too. So what we can see here is straight away, and it also has a transition in here, which I'm actually just going to take out. So what I've done here is I've saved this as a layout. And then every time I want to use this layout, I simply go to the layout here, click it. And let's say for this one, I want captions. Okay. Now watch this. It's automatically put these captions on the screen from the text. So what you need to do as well is to make sure that this text is correct if you're using captions. But just like that, maybe that's all you need for your video podcast based on audio files. But wait, there is more, because there are other things that we can add to it too. And some of our ideas could be to have B-roll on it. For example, let's just say down here, it's getting dark, okay? Now I might want to show this visually. So again, if I press backslash, it brings this up. Then we can go to layout and we can choose another layout on here, or we can just drag on some type of video like this one into this area here. So what's going to happen now? It's going to import the video imported. If we press play, you can see this here. Change with get. So it's getting dark. I'm getting hungry. It's getting dark. So not the best example, not the perfect example for English learners, but that's how you can introduce different kind of elements in there. Now there's another little trick I want to show you in a moment, but first we're going to just go back to AI tools. And the next two things I like to do, and I'm not going to do this for long, just for the sake of this video, is to shorten word gaps. So it's going to find all the different word gaps here over 0.4 seconds. And it depends on you and your style of recording. So for me, I sometimes leave long gaps when I'm trying to think of something and just to break up the podcast recording. So I'm going to say more than 1 second, find all word gaps, and I'm going to shorten it to 0.1 second. And if we just press the next one, it's going to show us the different word gaps. So that one was a longer one. Simply press shorten, and then it's going to just take that gap out of the transcript and also out of the video, which is the biggest benefit of this transcript-based editing. And another AI tool you'll want to use is remove retakes. So all you need to do is click that button, click submit, and then what you can do is go through each one down here. And what I like is you can play it here, and then if you want to accept the edit, click this button. If you want to say discard, click this button here. So this is a really great tool when you are removing retakes. And then another one you might want to use, edit for clarity. And this is again, maybe a place you want to start right from the beginning. But it's going to take filler words, digressions, blather, all the obvious cuts. And I don't always like this one in terms of what it comes up with, but still, it's something worth exploring. And then one more tool that you might want to use, especially for a podcast, is if we go back, go down and click create clips. Then on this menu, you can create how many clips you want, the clip duration, you can choose your layout too, and you can also give it some guidance on what kind of clips to create. So Underlord, which is their AI agent, picks your most viral worthy moments and creates clips that pop. Very similar to Opus Pro if you've used Opus Pro before. And I've really enjoyed this. I've been creating landscape video clips for X, which show a brief part of the video, something that is actually valuable in its own right, which then links to the main video on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is say find clips where I teach a grammar point, click layout, and then I've saved a couple of layouts, but I like this one here. So I tend to use this one, click submit. This happens quite quickly. So again, because it's based on this text base here, it's already done it. It can create these clips. So I'm just going to say, let's see the first one, and it's done it really well. So I asked for AI to find phrases for English learners, and it's done it well. And if I click the first one, it saves me hours of work. So you can see it's done that great. You can think of all the different ways that you can create clips just using Descript. If I go back, if I just press done, it's actually saved all these clips down here. And this is your composition. You've got the main video here, and then all these clips that you can come back to later and edit and export and upload to social media. So if you're creating a podcast that is audio based or a faceless YouTube channel, then Descript is a great tool to use. The key is to use the different elements over here where you have the text, overlays and different types of things, along with different kinds of backgrounds. Or simply you can just use one of your background colors on here to make that your main part of the background. And then from there, you can add text on screen, you can add B-roll, anything that's going to make the video podcast pop a little bit. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to watch another video that is on your screen now, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.